one up in the series, an excellent win at Headingley. Do you sense a real opportunity here to take control?
Yeah, obviously going one up, good start, but sort of, I guess, one of the important things for us heading into this week is starting at 0 again. Yeah, we know last week was a very tough 4 victory for us, obviously. Long 5 days, so yeah, just about, you know, as I say, getting back to 0 and going again, and obviously focusing on trying to get the win here.
It was another big run chase, your second highest in tests ever. What does that do for the confidence of the group and the belief going forward?
Yeah, I think we're confident in our abilities to be able to, you know, go out and chase runs on the board when we have to bat in the 4th innings. You know, that obviously comes from a lot of good experiences in the past over the last 3-4 years and being able to chase. So yeah, obviously going out there before a ball's bowled in the 4th innings, you're naturally confident, but you know 370 is a lot of runs, and we knew we had to play very, very well to get close, if not get over the line. So yeah, look, even more confidence from last week, but you know, this week's new game, new week, so who knows what's going to happen.
And how are you feeling? How's the body? 4 wickets in that first innings. How close do you feel to your best at the moment in terms of the bowling?
Well, I feel better now than I did on Thursday and Friday. Yeah, I think everyone was, you know, sort of very tired from that week. It was a big week. You know, we were in the field and bowled 4 out of 5 days, so yeah, big week for everyone. You know, used the 3 days after that game to offer absolutely nothing to the world. I was yeah, I was a shadow of my normal self, but yeah, that just goes to show how much, you know, a 5-day test match takes out of you. But yeah, I was pretty tired, but all over that now and ready to go tomorrow.
You feeling like you are getting back to your best? Is your confidence high?
Yeah, look, I felt great going into the game. I'd done everything, you know, possible to not have to worry about anything outside of what you normally worry about. But you know, coming out of that game, feeling good, and you know, all of my spells, rhythm-wise, being able to back up spells throughout the day. Thought I managed to maintain my pace, which was one of the things that I obviously wanted to also concentrate on. But yeah, ball coming out nicely, bowling 35 overs as well. So yeah, it was a good week last week. So hopefully we can produce something similar this week.
You've named an unchanged team. Jofra Archer is with the group. What's the thinking in terms of his return to Test cricket going forward?
Yeah, first and foremost, I think it's been a long time since Jof's been in the Test environment. You know, he's been playing a lot of white ball cricket for England over the last couple of years, so to have him back with us here after, you know, such a long time is, you know, I think first and foremost great for him, great for the team, and yeah, that will be. I think it's very important for Joff to be around the group this week. It's been a long time for him, and the last time he was in the Test dressing room, obviously that was, you know, under a different regime. So, you know, I felt it was important, even if he didn't get selected this week, that he spends time around the group, because you know, I think hopefully that we will see him play a part in this series going forward. So you know, that time spent with Joff, you know, with the other individuals in this group is you know, very important for the rest of the series. You know, not just the performances out in the field as well. You
faced him in nets. How's he looking, and can he get back to the level we've seen him with a red ball in years gone by, do you think?
Yeah, look, red ball, white ball, we all know that he is an incredibly gifted cricketer. You know, we've seen when he walks out onto the field for England, when he's got that ball in his hands, the whole atmosphere of the game just changes regardless of what situation he's in. And yeah, facing him in the nets there, he got the, you know, ball swinging quite nicely, and just, you know, effortless pace. And it's been a while since I've faced him, so it's a little bit of a wake-up call for me as well. But yeah, no, I think just first and foremost, it's great to have Joff back in the dressing room, and you know, really excited for him to be where he is right now.
Thank you.
Ben Headingley was another great example of just how exciting you make Test cricket, and you know, when we're covering this match, it's fantastic to be able to say here we are at the end of the 5th day and everything's on the line. Creating that atmosphere for any player, but I suppose especially like Jofra, do you think that increases his determination and his desire to be a Test match fast bowler again?
Look, I know Joff obviously a lot better than you guys sat down here. I've been in constant communication with him over since the injury troubles hit him, and I said it a few times. He was so determined to get back and playing Test cricket, well, to make himself available to be selected, and so look, he didn't need any more reason to find any more desire. He loves playing cricket, he loves playing for England, and for him, to be here now, I don't think you could really explain what needs to give Jofra Archer any more desire to get back out on the field and represent England in the Test arena.
Andrew Flintoff here today, and then Moeen Ali was here yesterday, I think specifically working a lot with Shoaib Bashir. I mean, it's obvious those two guys could bring a lot to the group, but specifically for you as captain, what's the value in those guys being around the team in the build-up to this match?
To the question around myself, in the nicest way possible, we don't really speak about anything like that really. But look, it's been a constant thing for us to get some of the greats who represented England into the environment, helping out, and because those conversations where you have around the nets, just natural conversations that you do have with these people when they do come in are so invaluable to players. It's amazing how many good conversations you can have in a social environment. It doesn't always have to be in a boardroom or around the table talking about specific things, because those conversations that sort of just come out of nothing are just as important. So that I know you've seen it over the years where we will get some of the guys who represent England and done a lot of good things out in the field into the environment, and I think it's great for Bash to amazing. They've never met until yesterday, which I found amazing. So Bash was absolutely buzzing. And he got to spend time with Moeen Ali yesterday. So the more times that we can get people like that into the dressing room and offering their advice to specific individuals is, I think, great for this team.
Just finally for me quickly, I think over the years I'm right in saying that England players have always enjoyed coming to Birmingham, and there's something maybe about the Edgbaston atmosphere which is maybe a little different to other Test matches, although you get great support wherever you are. Do you feel that, Ben? Is there a different feel that gives you something a bit extra coming to this ground?
I think regardless when we play here, the atmosphere is awesome, especially when the Hollies gets going at around 4:30 in the evening for obvious reasons. But we know sometimes when we do come here and it's England v India, it's like 50-50 with the support, which adds to the spectacle of this week. But we all love playing at Edgbaston. The atmosphere is awesome, and we've got a pretty good record here, so we always enjoy the week. Food's great as well, so that helps.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go Rory, Julian, and then we'll take two at the front here, please.
Ben, thanks to ask you about Rishabh Pant. Obviously, he enjoyed a bit of success at Headingley against you within a win for you guys. You seem to, I don't know, I think there's a bit about you that might have enjoyed the way he came at you. You had that bit where he came down the track at you and you had a good laugh with him. How do you sort of sum up that battle that's going to unfold over the next few weeks?
Yeah, even though he's in my position, I absolutely love watching Rishabh play cricket. I love the way he takes it on in all formats of the game. He's come under, he's got a bit of stick in his time, but like that type of talent, just when you let